Hi everybody, Red Hill Eagle here, and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 7 of A Broken Heart. It's WCW 1998. We are now in week 1 of February. This is the aftermath of Sold Out. We start off with a couple of pre-show matches actually. Don't normally do them, if any regulars to my channel will probably know that. But, starting to every now and then, I'm really just, for this particular save, just looking to see if there's any chemistry or anything. So put a tag team match in here. Kurt Hennig with Eddie Guerrero, just kind of thinking possibility of a pair up if there was sort of any positive chemistry. There isn't any negative chemistry, so it still could do. Same with Norman Smiley and Roddy Piper, really. I mean, Norman Smiley isn't someone that I'm looking to sort of push hard, but it'd be nice to sort of get him into the sort of mid card position, sticking with a veteran like Piper, possibly. But it came up as a decent pre-show match. Kurt Hennig and Eddie Guerrero defeated Norman Smiley and Roddy Piper in 12 minutes 11, when Eddie Guerrero pinned Norman Smiley with a brain buster. But Kurt Hennig carried the match. I kind of thought he might. Rating is 76. I'm pleased with that, actually. And in another one, we've got Kevin Nash and Dean Malenko. This one, not so much for chemistry, because I'm not kind of looking at feuding these two guys or anything, but it was just to get Nash on the card, really, just to get him to wrestle. There was nothing to it. Another 76 rating, though. A decent pre-show match. Kevin Nash defeated Dean Malenko in 9 minutes 1 second by pinfall with a jackknife powerbomb. So in the main show, we actually start off with a match. We don't usually. We normally sort of start off with some sort of angle. But yeah, match action to start us off with. I really want to get Steven Regal over. He's down as unimportant, which is just way too low for him at the moment. I want to get him over. Jim Duggan takes on Regal. A decent match. Regal got the win in 7 minutes 44 by submission with a Regal stretch. Rating of 63. Yeah, so we're looking for some kind of recognisable people now to put Regal over. Chris Jericho then cuts a promo in ring, and he's talking about the 6-man tag that happened last night at Sold Out, where Ric Flair wasn't involved. He really expected him to be. His mates, Bobby Eaton and Arn Anderson, were involved, and he's just kind of sort of teasing Flair, really. You're chicken, you couldn't be involved in this match. Why won't you come up against me? Rating of 70 overall. And then Flair comes out and he says, I'm not scared of anyone, I will take anyone off. And then Jericho, take anyone off? And Flair appears, to Jericho's surprise, actually. Probably didn't realise that Flair was there tonight. And Flair says, I'm not scared of anyone, I will take anyone on. There's no reason for me not to have been in that match last night, particularly, but the WCW committee, it was out of my hands, the committee deemed differently. So, I'll take anyone on, Chris. You want a match tonight? And Jericho starts backtracking. Well, I actually picked up a kind of injury last night. Nothing much, but I just can't. I haven't been cleared. I can't wrestle tonight. So yeah, Jericho just kind of showing his heel kind of weaselness there, and a rating of 69. And then Hollywood Hogan comes out with the main crew of the NWO. So it's the originals of Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and also the new guy, Sid Vicious. And Hogan says, I've got a really good opponent for you tonight, Flair. If you can't take on Chris Jericho, how about my pal here, Sid? So tonight we will see Ric Flair take on Sid Vicious. Rating of 80. Lots of lovely green here. This is what we want to be seeing. Bam Bam Bigelow takes on Chris Benoit. Yeah, I've gone against everything I kind of said. I'm going to use Benoit, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to use him to be putting people over. No other reason than that. 77 rating though. I mean, yeah, that's pretty decent. Decent match. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Chris Benoit in 9 minutes 21 by pinfall with a diving headbutt. Yeah, we're trying to get Bam Bam over. It's good. It's all about the wins for him at the moment. Gene Okerlund talks to Bret Hart, and Bret just wants to talk about his victory last night over the NWO member of Scott Hall. Pleased with the victory. Rating of 69 for this segment. Not much to show really at this stage, but then Hollywood Hogan comes out, and Hollywood Hogan just sort of says, just because you got one lucky win against Scott Hall, one lucky win against one NWO member one time, doesn't mean anything. If you guys want a war, then this is a war. It's not over yet. And that's a rating of 78. Totally Cool take on Ernest Miller and Fit Finlay. Miller and Finlay, just a couple of jobbers, but these two guys we found out had good chemistry a couple of weeks ago, so we're going to use them. In a bout that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be using them. Totally Cool defeated Ernest Miller and Fit Finlay in 9 minutes 30 when Ernest Miller was disqualified while fighting Disco Inferno. Rating of 55 overall. Yeah, not great. But again, and I've said it before, I'll probably continue to say it. We're struggling a little bit with the tag team division at the moment. Gino Cullen then interviews the Steiner brothers, and this is just a self promo. There's really nothing to this. I just wanted to get them on the card. Where it's a self promo. They're talking about the fact that they retained their tag team titles last night. Rating is 63. Again, not much to this. It's just a self promo, holding the belts aloft. Just to get another tag team on the card somewhere. Yeah, we know Scott. We know we're getting there. We're getting there. Buff Bagwell confronts Elizabeth backstage after the strip down from last night when he took on Lex Luger in a kind of beauty contest for men, if you like. And Buff's asking him, look, I know I'm really sorry it degenerated into the way it did, but you would have given me the vote, wouldn't you? It would have been me that you had said. I mean, look at me, look at my body, look. He's literally just throwing himself in front of Liz. Look at me. You definitely would have given me the vote. I would have won that contest, right? Then Lex Luger comes out though, and he just kind of protects Liz from this lech of a man, I guess you could say. And Liz is still down as a heel, but we've got Lex just kind of coming in. Leave the lady alone. This was between you and me. It's our fault that we degenerated into a brawl. We didn't play by the rules. Don't hound Liz looking for a vote, looking for some credit or looking for validation, whatever it is you're after. Just leave her be. Overall rating of 72. And the storyline gained heat. 64 rated match. We got tag team action again. Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton taking on Mortis and Wrath. So, decent reaction from the crowd. Subpar wrestling. Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton defeated Mortis and Wrath in 8 minutes 14. When Arn Anderson pinned Wrath with a spinning spine buster. During the match we had Bobby Eaton turn on Mortis. The only reason I've put that in is that for some reason these guys were already a pre-made tag team in this mod, but Bobby Eaton was a heel and Arn Anderson was a face. I keep meaning to just turn Bobby Eaton, and it's just the only way I could do it really. So we're obviously just going to turn him and put him to the correct alignment. So yeah, rating 64 for that match. We then got Stevie Ray and Booker T, Harlem Heat in the ring, and after last night's defeat to the Faces of Fear, Stevie Ray is just sort of saying to Booker, look, I think you'll be better off without me, brother. You're obviously the better wrestler than me. You're going to be a much bigger star than I was. I think we should just dissolve our tag team partnership. Obviously, I'll always have your back, but I think your career is just going to be better off without me. And Booker T is a little bit he wants it to go on. He wants it to continue. He's like, look, we've always been a tag team. We've always been together. Why this sudden change of heart? And Stevie Ray saying, look, your career is going to skyrocket. I'm coming towards the end of mine. I'm not going to become world champion. I'm not going to be doing this, that, and the other. That's not on my list and not my goals. But you should be looking at that kind of thing. You've already got one piece of gold. I just think you're going to be much better off as a singles competitor. Rating of 45, yeah, not great. But then Raven comes out and he says to Booker T, well, Booker, if you're going to become a singles wrestler, the first thing you should do is defend that TV title right now against me. So yeah, rating of 56, and we're going to have Booker T against Raven for the TV title. And it's Booker T that gets the win. Of course it is. 57 rated match. Decent reaction from the crowd. Subpar wrestling. Booker T defeated Raven in 9 minutes 19 by pinfall with a missile dropkick. We had Chavo Guerrero Jr. distract Raven because they're feuding, so of course we did. Not interfere, but just distract. Maybe just come down to the ring, see what's happening, and it's Raven's fault really that he got distracted. But it's Booker T's defense number 2 of the TV title. We then got a pre-match promo from Ric Flair. He's sort of slagging off Chris Jericho because they're feuding. But obviously it's a pre-match promo for his upcoming match against Sid as well. Rating of 73, yeah, decent. Gotta be pleased with that, but what else do you expect from Flair? Actually, I probably expected a little bit more, but we don't seem to get any 80s or 90s. All these top guys who are like absolutely amazing on the mic. I can't remember the last time we got a 90. But the match gets a 77. Great heat and decent wrestling. Sid Vicious gets the win in 14 minutes 10 by pinfall with a powerbomb following interference from Chris Jericho. Well, of course, because Chris Jericho, of course, he was cleared to wrestle really, but he was backtracking. He didn't want to take Flair on. But yeah, Sid gets the win here, and the main reason for this really, apart from sort of developing or the storyline between Flair and Chris Jericho, is just to get Sid Vicious over. I think he's down as a well known, and we just need more stars and major stars. I'm struggling for kind of main event competitors at the moment, and this was, I wouldn't say it's, well, almost, this was almost scraping the barrel. I mean, unless you're going to have Hogan or Sting, you're looking at your stars, and we don't have many of those either, really. So, yeah, 77 though to finish the show. What do we get overall? 77. Yeah, we're still losing popularity, but the storylines thing has gone, so we've obviously got enough of those now. We just need to get those ratings up. Well, hope you've enjoyed it. Please give a like and subscribe if you have. Thank you everybody, to people who have, everyone who's watched the video so far and liked and subscribed, and everyone who's sort of commented. It's really great to get some interaction. I could talk about TEW all day. I really could. I love it. So yeah, any kind of advice or just a general chit chat about this save or TEW in general is just great for me. So I'll leave it there, and I'll tell you all to take care and see you all again soon. Goodbye.